Now, he's the man responsible for unleashing flesh-eating zombies on the movie-going public, and his latest gore fest, Land of the Dead, is now out on DVD. Joining us live via satellite is director George Romero. Welcome to the show, Mr. Romero.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Now, we talked to you back in June when Land of the Dead was out in theaters. Now it's out on DVD. What can we expect from the DVD? Do we have extra scenes? Is it longer? Director's cut?
Land of the Dead on the DVD is only about 5 minutes longer.
Okay.
And half of that are scripted scenes that we basically chose to cut from the theatrical version. Now, of course, there's a little more blood, as people will expect, but not gallons. And some of the scenes that were in the original theatrical version, which we masked with foreground zombies on a green screen, we were able to take that foreground off so it's more visible now. And there are a few scenes that we shot that you just can't, there was no way that we even tried to show them to the MPAA because we knew they would just get, NC-17 right away.
Well, that's a nice thing about the DVD.
It's great. But I tell you, the best thing about this DVD, John Leguizamo, who I love, played Cholo in the film, shot his own little film while we were shooting. The cats from Shaun of the Dead, Simon and Edgar, shot their own little movie while we were shooting, and I tell you that those are that's the most fun, because these guys were, this is better than a commentary track, because these guys were there, and they were involved in the picture, and they were shooting their little movies and their sort of view of all of this while we were shooting, and it was fabulous.
And that's the great thing about DVDs, you have so much extra. Let's talk a little bit about the zombies themselves. In Land of the Dead, the zombies have evolved, they're shooting guns, they can walk through water. They're kind of smart zombies at this point. Where do we go from here?
Well, I don't know. They walk underwater because they're dead and they don't need air. Sure. I thought when Pirates of the Caribbean came out that I'd have to cut that scene, but the studio said, no, don't cut it. So it's still there. Now, as far as them shooting guns, in Day of the Dead, the last zombie film that I made, I think Bub, in a way, was smarter than Big Daddy in this film. He almost spoke words, and he fired a gun, he killed the villain in Day of the Dead. So I don't think that it has advanced that much. What I'm trying to do is sort of develop the zombie society. Sure. I think what happened here, Bub was basically doing imitative behavior to imitate the scientist. The scientist showed him how to push the button on the music player, and so Bub did it, and he heard the music and quelled.
Well, so zombies have, they've certainly evolved from 1968 anyway.
Yeah, from 1968 they certainly have. Then they were just the neighbors.
Mr. Romero, I have to ask, you've been dealing with zombies for some time now. Are you sick of talking about them? Be honest.
Be honest, yes, I'm sick of talking about them. I'm not sick of shooting movies about them. I'm sick of talking about them. I mean, you want me to be totally honest?
I do.
This is the stuff. We finished this movie in May. What is it now? Mid-October, and I'm still talking about them.
You're still talking about Land of the Dead. Well, that's the deal with DVDs. They come out, you got to talk about it again. But it's so great to have you on the show once again. We love your zombie movies, and thanks so much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.